obviously you don't want to use your hands because you want to be able to get into all the crevices. I'm not talking about getting into the hole. Rinse off with cold water. You don't want to use hot steaming water. You're not boiling meat. You're not boiling meat.
Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, hello, my name is Jessica and you're welcome to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you are watching my videos, you've been watching my videos, why are you doing that? Please subscribe. How to subscribe? Click on the red button that says subscribe to get subscribed to the channel. So now with that said, let's introduce this video. So guys, we're going to be dividing this into different categories, and I want to start with basic body care. So for my body, during this period, what I make sure I always do is to wash my face 2 times a day. I wash my face in the morning and I wash my face in the evening. It's very important. Even though for one reason or the other you delay in having your bath in the morning, just make sure you wash your face the moment you wake up and also before going to bed. The second thing that has also helped me is to take my bath twice a day. You don't want to go out and then come back in the evening and just sleep that way, you know, with all the sweat. I mean, it's summertime, so the sun is shining, you're sweating, you're smelly. You want to wash all of that out of your body before hitting your bed. So yes, and I do that using mild soap. Honestly, nothing too complicated. If you're confused on the soap you can use, I'm going to link a video of mine in the description box talking about soaps that suit your skin and everything in between, so you can check that out if you're interested. So moving on, because it's summer, I make sure to drink lots and lots of water. I know you probably heard this before, drink water, but then it's important. It's not easy if you don't like drinking water. If you're someone like me, I find it very difficult to drink water or like stay hydrated. So what I do is I make sure I'm drinking water even before I get thirsty, just so that I know that I'm not starving my body of water. Also, you want to make sure you're moisturizing your skin properly. It's the summer, right? You don't want to be carrying around dry skin, so make sure you're moisturizing properly. You can use different moisturizers. This is the one I use at the moment. This is the Nivea Perfect and Radiant. Also, the next thing I do that is like a game changer for me is sunscreen. I don't slack when it comes to sunscreen. I've talked about this before. I use the Gavia Sun Block. Sunscreen is very important. So, and what I do is I apply sunscreen to every part of my body that is going to be exposed. For example, if I'm going out like this and I know, okay, my arms are going to be open, I apply sunscreen to my hands, my face. I don't just focus on my face, my hands down to my knuckles, my palms, my knee, my ankle, my legs, every part of the body that I know is going to be exposed to the sun. I make sure I apply sunscreen because the sun we have in this part of the world where I live in is super hot. You can literally fry egg on the sidewalk. I'm not even kidding. So yes, you want to make sure you are always going in with a sunscreen. So yes, I guess that is it for the body section. Let's go into like taking care of your pits and stuff. So because it's summer, you want to make sure you are using some form of deodorant. If not, sis, you're going to smell. Bro, you're going to smell. No kidding. So you want to make sure you're using a 0% alcohol deodorant or a 0% aluminium salt deodorant. The reason for this is because deodorant clog pores, like the ingredient they use, alcohol and aluminium that are present in our deodorants, they end up clogging your pores, and because of that your underarms are left dry and patchy, and then that leads to like dark underarms. So in order to prevent or to reduce dark underarms, you could also go for a natural deodorant if you can find that, or you can go for a 0% aluminium deodorant or a 0% alcohol. But honestly, natural deodorants are the best. Guys, moving on, let's quickly talk about shaving. For my shaving routine, what I use for my legs, I use the Veet hair removal cream. I've tried this on my armpits before, but I think I kind of had like an allergy reaction to it. I just noticed I was sweating too much for some reason. Like I noticed it and I just had to stop. So I use this only on my legs. It's a hair removal cream, and then I shave my pits. I also use the hair removal cream on my arms. Sometimes I also shave my arm. So I use this on my legs and then I use this on my pits. I do cleanse my underarms with like a cleanser just to help brighten it over time, because from the using of alcohol deodorants and aluminum deodorant, before I discovered they were harmful, it actually darkened my underarms a little bit. So I'm on the journey to restore them back to who God made them to be. Anyway, you want to make sure you're using some form of body spray or perfumes. Personally, I love body sprays a lot. I'm a sucker for body sprays. And make sure you're also doing the patch test. Spray them like on a section of your skin before putting the rest on your body. Spray them on a section of your skin, wait for 24 hours before putting the rest on your body to make sure you're not allergic to any product. So yes, this is the Candy Storm body spray. Really smells good and long lasting also. So even if you're not a fan of perfumes, I know I've met people like that, you can also go for like a body spray or something. Moving on to oral hygiene, you want to make sure you are changing your brush every 3 months, at least every 3 months. You shouldn't exceed that. Don't use the same brush throughout the whole year. That's just absolutely ridiculous. And when choosing your toothbrush, go for bristles that are not too soft and are also not too hard. So you want to go for like in between, because when the bristles are too hard, they are going to hurt your gum and you don't want a bleeding gum. Also, when they are too soft, they wouldn't even clean your teeth properly. So just go for the normal bristles that you feel your teeth can handle. You want to make sure you're brushing in the morning and in the night. By in the morning, I mean when you wake up, and in the night, the last thing you do before you go to bed is to brush. You make sure you don't eat anything after brushing, just to like maintain like a good breath. And for my toothpaste, I use quite a few toothpaste actually, because they serve different purposes. So I use this Pepsodent toothpaste, and this one is the Cavity Fighter for cavity. I also use the Sensodyne Extra Whitening toothpaste. I love Sensodyne products so much. They are really, really good. Sensodyne, if you're watching this, you know, you can sponsor my video. I'm open for sponsorship. Anyway, so this is Sensodyne Extra Whitening, and this is the Sensodyne Rapid Action. This one says it's clinically proven to relieve the pain of sensitive teeth. So because growing up, I used to have like sensitive teeth, even now occasionally. So I have this toothpaste for sensitive teeth. So I interchange them between the week. Some days I use this, some days I use this, or I can just use this one. So it depends. Just make sure you're using a good toothpaste that is not just offering or whitening alone. Make sure you're using a form of toothpaste that provides cavity protection, because you need that, right? So yes, the second thing I'll mention also under oral hygiene is mouthwash. If you watched my last video, you'll notice my mouthwash got finished, so I'm yet to replace mine, but I still have like empty container here. So I use the Listerine antibacterial mouthwash. You need mouthwash. It's very important. I use my mouthwash every time I finish brushing my teeth, because I rinse my teeth after brushing. I don't know if you are conversant with some doctors. Doctors will tell you don't rinse your teeth after brushing, so that you don't rinse off the fluoride that is supposed to protect your teeth from cavity. But because sometimes I find it disgusting just leaving the same paste in my mouth after brushing, so I rinse my teeth, I rinse my mouth, and then I go in with my mouthwash rinse. So this like serves me like throughout the day. Also, I use mouthwash when I finish eating and I don't want to brush, like after brushing in the morning, and then I have breakfast and I don't want to rebrush again before going out. So I just use mouthwash to like take out that food smell from my mouth. You can get the Colgate, you can get Listerine. There are different types of mouthwash out there. Honestly, just make sure you're going for the good one. Something else you also want to be doing is flossing. Floss regularly. I try to floss, honestly speaking, not every day, because it's kind of, I don't know, time consuming. I don't floss every day, but I try to floss at least 4 times a week, or even 5 times a week, depending on how chanced I am. But just incorporate flossing into your regimen. Moving on from the body care section and the oral hygiene section, I want to quickly talk about how to care for your downstairs area. Quickly, make sure you're not putting any fragrance soap in that area. You don't want to do that, because you might mess up the pH balance, and that can lead to like yeast infection and a whole lot of other infections that I don't even want to go into. So I would suggest baby soaps, because baby soaps are like usually mild, but make sure you're going for a baby soap that is fragrance free, just the natural baby soap bar. Make sure you're using that. Honestly, I see people talking about douching. Is it douching or douching? I don't know for them. Douching, steaming after period. Bro, you don't need that. The VJJ is self-cleansing and it will cleanse itself. You don't need those extreme measures. All you need to do is to cleanse around your vulva. There's a difference between the vulva and the VJJ. I don't want to get into that. I think I'll do a video talking comprehensively on that aspect, but I just want you to know that you don't need to do any cleansing in your VJJ. It's self-cleansing. It does all the cleansing itself. So what you want to take care of is your vulva, and you need mild soap for that. Honestly, I don't know. Some people use sprays that are for that downstairs area, VJJ sprays or whatever. I don't recommend. Honestly, I don't recommend, because I mean, it's self-cleansing and it will be fine. You don't need sprays or whatever. You can even have like an allergy reaction from using that. Just do the minimal by cleansing with a very good bar of soap and some form of exfoliating cloth. So obviously you don't want to use your hands because you want to be able to get into all the crevices. I'm not talking about getting into the hole, no, but you want to make sure you can get into like the crevices, the labia minora, labia majora. You want to make sure you're getting into all of that and getting out all those gunk that your VJJ has cleansed out, because the VJJ is self-cleansing. Yes, I don't know if you guys are getting me, but I hope you are. Just use gently wash that area and then rinse off with cold water. You don't want to use hot steaming water. You're not boiling meat. You're not boiling meat. So cold water works perfectly, but also you don't want to keep that place overgrown with like too much hair and stuff, because it's going to retain more moisture and we don't want moisture down there. I still have a lot to cover, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to make a video talking proper on how to care for your downstairs area and just the hygiene and my tricks and tips that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this video was helpful to you in any form or any manner, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. It's going to help tell YouTube that my videos are helpful and YouTube will recommend it to other people. So yes, bye guys, and I'll see you in my next Stay Beautiful.